You know what? Before we get into this, let's get into my intro. Welcome to the How I Know Some podcast. And you know what? Today, I gotta do this review. Netflix, when they gave the green light to put out His and Hers as a limited series, it was genius. Now, every time I watch a limited series on Netflix, I always look at it from a, one eye open. I don't even go in it with, high expectations for it, because sometimes with a Netflix project, it's hit or miss. But His and Hers started out, in the beginning, the first episode, they gave you a glimpse of the crime of the woman being murdered in a car, the police officer having sex with the victim. Then you see the wife of the victim watching him in the car, and at that point you would think, the wife had something to do with it, or the cheating police officer who was having the affair with her might have did it. So that's how they got you in the beginning with the project. And then as the series went on, you started to think, okay, maybe the husband did it. Maybe the husband knew she was cheating, and it got somebody to do it, got somebody to take her out. But then maybe the police officer, in a rage bait, killed her because maybe she had something on her, or the whole time you're going with the wife, scorned, been going for a while, knew about the cheating, took her out. That's where we were going with it at first. But then, as it went on, you started thinking, okay, maybe one of the friends, they had a little secret, together, and it was a revenge thing, and it was a rage bait thing where one of the friends, the principal, might have killed her. But as we go on, the police, they didn't trust, the detective anymore, because he was doing things out of the ordinary to protect himself and protect his wife. That's how it looked for a minute. And then the story dragged on about, the wife, the scorned wife, leaving town, the news anchor, not being, this jealousy rage and not being a good friend, and maybe she came back to this small town for revenge. That's how it went, and that's how it looked. And as we go on, we figured out it was something between the girls. We figured, from the outside looking in for a thrill, it looked like they might have done something all together, and one of them was threatening to snitch, and they were taking each other out. Fast forward, as we get into the end of this, it's starting to look like, hey, it's up in the air. You don't know if it's after they started taking each other out, you don't know if it's the scorned wife who's been gone a while because her current husband having sex with a former friend. Then you don't know if it's the husband who had her killed. The friends just get knocked off, took out one by one. And that's how the script and the screenplay was mapping out. Great storytelling, great pacing in the acts. It was very well written. And it took us to the ending. Well, as things started coming out that the fat girl, they called her when she was young, you started thinking maybe she was the victim. But really, it was the scorned, the wife, the news anchor, the one who was raped. But it didn't look like that. It looked like maybe, this friend was taken advantage of and bullied by the other girls, was coming back for revenge, and was, that's how it started to look. And then it started pacing, and then found out she was a crazy. Her sister died, and for her to take the identity of her sister, which was wild. And then we get into the part where it looked like she was kidnapping one of the girls to get revenge, and it's just a mess. And just to find out at the end that the mother, who we thought had dementia and was losing her mind, was playing this game the whole time. It was very, very, she thought it out. She watched her daughter get raped on video. She plotted the plan. She created this old lady, dementia, going out of her mind, losing her mind, but was very sane and just took revenge for her daughter. And then at the end, for the daughter to read the letter from her mother and to realize mother took care of me the whole time. That's how mothers are with their kids. They will go to commit murder and commit felonies to make sure their kids are fine. And that's what His and Hers did. And that's what I got from the film, is that a mother knows best. A mother would do whatever it takes to take care of her kids. If she got to rob, steal, or kill, to make sure her kids is fine. And that's what I got from His and Hers. If you are a fan of psychological thrillers with suspense, this limited series is the one for you. It's called His and Hers. It's on Netflix. 8 episodes. The cliffhanger was amazing. It has its ups and downs. If you don't pay attention, you're going to miss certain key things. But the series was incredible. The writers did a good job. The pacing, the plot, the character developments, everything was on point, and they damn sure put a wool over my eyes in the beginning. I damn sure thought the girlfriend or the detective did it. But when you get a chance, check it out. It's called His and Hers on Netflix right now, and I give it 5 stars. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Until next time, I'll be knowing some